Okay, so for all intents and purposes, we should be live on YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
If anybody wants to check that out and just confirm
right now.
that that is a thing that is happening.
Well, hello there.
Hi, we are Wizards and Wine. God bless us all. Our cameras are straight this week, so I'm very excited about that.
No more Dutch angles. We've gotten out our impressionist stage.
Yeah, we're evolving, bit by bit, week by week. We'll eventually get it right. And when we do, look out.
We even have sound.
Oh, we got audio.
Brilliant.
Oh my God.
It's like somebody knows what they're doing.
Can you imagine? It's the craziest
me.
thing. So before we jump into the game today, what we need to do is talk about this lovely cocktail that we have here in front of all of our players today. Cheers, first of all, to everyone. Yes.
As you can see, some of them have been drained a little bit.
Yes.
Technical difficulties comes with the obligatory drink.
It's true. So what we have decided to do is put Robbie to the test every time we sit down to play at the Vegas table. We are going to roll a dice. You guys are going to guess a number, and then you give Robbie a booze that he has to create a cocktail from. So this is the first one that we've done. Whiskey was Sean's selection. So, Robbie, do you want to talk about the cocktail? And
Yes, you know my hatred of swans, one beautiful one notwithstanding. Turkeys, on the other hand, are turtles' natural friends. So this was made with wild turkey, specifically American honey, which would be a flavorful whiskey that's going to drop on your senses so exquisitely. Taste of honey and nice summer evenings. Also very high proof, 165. We'll take 2 ounces with what I'll drink itself. The berry in this particular ideals. The lime will work, but it would be a little bit astringent. This is a little bit more brighter, summery drink and cocktail for your tables. So from our table to yours, cheers.
we will get a
full breakdown.
a full breakdown of everything, and we'll post it on our Facebook page if you're interested in having a look at that. So you can recreate some of the cocktails. I'm sure there will be hits and misses.
I'm fucking good.
Yeah, it is delicious. It is very good.
Peckers.
Yeah.
So I guess the first business at hand is to find out who is picking the booze for the next time we sit down.
Oh.
I have the number. Roger?
3.
Okay.
I don't get to choose.
Yes, you do.
No,
Why wouldn't you?
no, you said
oh,
last
is
time
that
he
true?
does
last
this.
week.
God, I am a hard ass. Oh my
Yes,
God.
Yes, it's not like I'm playing an no ability bard that smells poorly that doesn't get to choose his own drinks as a bartender.
Why did you marry me? Oh my
Have
God.
you seen your butt?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Sean?
I'm rolling.
No, just give me a number.
Oh.
No, just pick
Okay.
a number.
Yeah.
Between 1 and 20.
1 and 20.
Yeah.
Not 3.
6.
Okay. Colin?
14.
Okay. Mandy?
18.
Oh, that's tough. I'm going to need...
He's the winner.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Well,
that.
No, that's okay. I guess it's closest to without going over, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Price is
Colin.
Right
Breaking the rules.
Aw,
Yeah. So it's Colin.
Nice.
It was that close. So the number was 16. So he had 14 and you had 18.
shucks.
I feel like you'll be more
Right
creative.
rules.
Yeah.
Let's do brandy.
Brandy, of course.
Love brandy.
A gentleman's drink.
Any particular flavor of brandy or just...
Hey. It's
got-
hot enough the way it is.
Brandy's a large field.
I'll give
It is.
I'll give Robbie
Not as
free rein
large
on
as-
the type.
Yeah, not as large as whiskey, but brandy's a pretty large field.
Yeah.
The problem is that I don't know the subcategories of brandy as well as I do whiskey. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Got
I'm not
it.
making a rye brandy mojito.
That's a thing?
I can make
It
it
can
one.
be.
May take me the week. We may go through a lot of rum and
I
brandy.
mean, I finally got to the peppermill, and I do enjoy that one with cucumber and mint in it. That was nice. It was really good. Anyway, yes, we are Wizards and Wine. The girls have been in Halifax. We took vacation last week. We didn't do any games. Well, I would say we didn't talk about games, but that's a lie. We talked a lot about games.
You played Battleship.
We did, actually. That was fun.
who won?
He did.
She did not sink my battleship.
Shame.
I think my battleship was like the second ship he took out or something. But anyway, so we're gonna get back to the girls' table this coming Monday, and the girls pick up quite a ways into Hither actually. So we're gonna find out how far we get with you guys today. The reaction that the girls had to something that happens very early surprised me quite a bit. So I'm sure I'm not going to be as surprised with this table. I have a feeling I know how you guys are going to handle it, but
Well, they're a bunch of murder hobos.
I was
I
legitimately
haven't watched it or listened to any of the episodes. I'm just
when one of the characters you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll talk about it at the end. I don't want to give anything away. So before we do get into today's game, we do need to do a bit of a recap. Colin.
This week I actually have my notes.
Hey!
for the game.
Yeah.
Nice.
Success. Yeah. Last week, my notes did not arrive until about an hour after the game ended.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
There was a message in the group.
Oh, that's even
Right.
funny. I missed that.
Yeah. So last time on Wizards and Wine, Vegas edition, we tasted some gin gummies and selected whiskey as the cocktail base of the week. With our remaining time before the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, we elect to go to the Mystery Mine, and despite Trix's full belly. On the ride, we see many versions of paradise interrupted by horrifying depictions of various events. In these depictions, we are not noticed by most of the people in the visions. However, one sees us and dissipates into bats when he notices, and the next is a froggy individual who sees us and hops away. After the ride, we make our way to the big top just in time for the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. We sit down, noticing a lack of reverence for our group in comparison to a Minotaur and her compatriots.
Poor Bevy. Poor Bevy.
We send Moose down to investigate these travelers. He reports back that they seem nice. We hate them.
But the unseen servant pulled feathers out of their pillows.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Slow burn, man.
Mr. Witch and Light send out a beacon to search for the Witchlight Monarch, and it eventually selects the Minotaur. Melinda gives us some bullshit reason that Cypress won. Then Eli comes to whisk us away from the carnival.
Called out. Wow. Okay.
You get another egg.
An egg of inspiration.
Bevy's gonna lay it for you.
Oh my
All
God.
right. She tells us that, Eli Wick, that is, tells us that it's high time for us to be elsewhere, then provides us with a portal to somewhere. She recites a poem, which Bevy makes note of. Hither, thither, here and there, wander yonder, show me where, through the looking glass. Now we must go. Bevy then jumps through the portal before Eli Wick is able to complete her poem, mind the rule of three, future, present, past, find the alicorn, and free the dormant queen at last.
How many times did you have to listen to that to write that down?
Twice. For each one, unfortunately. We land in a swamp, and Bevy and Divot feel as though something they have lost is nearby. We get our bearings based on the Leaning Tower of Hither, and then head toward Hag City, a.k.a. Foggy Bottom. And now, my brothers, let us step back into the road and lose our feet.
Hey.
All
I
right.
love them Foggy Bottom boys.
Oh, yeah. That's what you said last time.
Still loves that.
It's the first time for me. Getting old is fun.
Right? Isn't it? It's great. Okay. You guys, exactly where we left off though was you guys were sitting on top of all of the mushrooms at the bottom of the overpass, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Queen's Way or whatever it's called. And did you hear any singing? Do you remember? Do you recall that
did not hear any
specifically?
singing.
Okay. I'm not going to sing, but I will read to you what they are singing.
Didn't you say during session 0 that there was like an opportunity for a rap battle?
Yes, and you guys didn't play any of the games. So
Did that come up in the other group?
It did not, thank God. It didn't have to spit any bars.
Well, you know how it is to rhyme with turtle.
Hurdle,
That's a name, not a word.
Hurdle.
Proper hurdle.
curdle.
Oh, fine. We should have rap battle.
Come on now. Okay.
Fertile.
Fertile.
Fertile. Try rhyming with
That's
orange.
on me.
looking at Trix and Elowick over there.
Right?
Oh my gosh! Right. All right.
Wearing the Wu-Tang
fertile
shirt.
turtle.
Yeah, fertile turtle.
That's great.
Jay, drop the beat.
Okay.
I just leave off on orange.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one we leave. Okay, so you guys managed to get down to the bottom. The mushrooms are a little bit slippery, but nobody really seemed to have too much of a problem.
Are they edible?
They would be quite tough, I would imagine.
Rubbery. They're
Yeah,
bouncy.
because I mean they're huge. Huge. Yeah.
I did
but-
remember bouncing on them when I was a kid.
Yeah. Those particular mushrooms?
Just the type of mushrooms.
Okay.
We talked about that.
Yeah, I do remember.
We did.
Okay. So you guys hear, it's kind of faint off in the distance, and it just kind of sounds like a few voices. You know, when people are really far away and you can just kind of hear that there's somebody talking, you can't make out any of the words, but they slowly get closer to you guys. And as they get closer, the words come into focus. And you hear, and I'm not singing, I'm sorry. But you hear, with sticks and stones, we'll break your nose. Yeah. We'll beat you blind and steal your clothes, but none among us can compare to one wily, swift, and stand-up hare. Scarf that's glorious, thief notorious. His deeds are truly meteorious. Meteorious?
Take another drink.
Yeah, meteor. I don't.
It's in reference to a meteor.
Meri. Yeah, meteorious. Yeah. With a wink and a grin, he'll show you his cunning.
I didn't think they're going to go that way.
A flash of his scarf, he'll take off running. Quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing, gasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer, thanks to Agden Longscarf, brigand prince of Prismeer.
Agnan Longscarf?
Yes.
He was the third doctor.
Another, yeah. Yes, he was. That's actually, I get that reference. Just hand me a pen real quick.
Yeah, I need a pen as well, please.
Agnan Longscarf.
I put all my pens away like yesterday
Another long person.
because I.
You obviously didn't
Very
talk to the
short-sighted.
guild before you chose the last name.
Thank you.
Infringement of my property.
Is that a distant relation there, Bevy?
Unless he's a turtle folk, and we don't exactly get along with rabbits. Not the same thing as
So no crossbreeding in your hierarchy?
Well,
Only with geese.
here comes the pecker joke.
we obviously became large
That
for
was
a reason.
turkeys.
Oh,
You've seen other
was it?
turtles.
Box
so,
turtles, yeah.
I mean, there's some similarities, but obviously something went awry around the bloodline.
The cardboard's got hurt.
Yes, quite. Long scarf.
Long scarf. Yeah, is
What
the
was
last
first
name. First name Agden, Agdon, the brigand prince of Prismeer.
And the song did allude to it being kind of a thief.
Yes, brigand, I believe, is the.
So he's an expensive thief.
Brigand is how he would refer to himself.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so I'm just going to. One is named, and then the others I have to make up. So just give me 1 second.
Are we still by the mushrooms?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna break off a piece and put it in my bag.
absolutely. Give me a strength check.
Oh, it's that kind of mushroom.
Oh, yeah, well, you guys just walked on them.
I mean, it's probably going to make a great memory foam bed for moose.
Yeah,
Oh, Trix is jumping, bouncing
Yeah.
from mushroom to mushroom.
absolutely.
16.
Yeah, that'll work.
You can
This
see
is
if-
called memory foam.
You see if Moose wants some.
Yes. Moose politely passes for now. But you know, it's
Politely pass.
Well, it's been walked on. It smells kind of musty.
You never know when you might need some emergency fuel.
Yeah.
You gotta be resourceful.
It's the most
have
true.
this. Yeah. Right.
That is
mean,
the
Oh,
most
you're
true.
laughing at me now. What do you want, some mushroom? Look
Even
who
I
has
don't
the
eat
big
those.
brain. That's great.
I don't blame Moose. I don't even eat those mushrooms. They're fun for jumping, not for eating.
Yes.
Bum, bum. Sorry, I forgot that I don't have all the stuff digitally. There we go. This is the page I want. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to use books for the other side, do you?
Yeah, it's all on Foundry for the other side. So yeah. Okay, so you hear them before you see them, and as they come around the corner, you see 6 rabbit folk, 6 herringons. They 2 of them already have their weapons brandished. They're out of their scabbards, and there are 4 others who seem to be searching for a thing. And one of them stops, puts her arms out to the side to stop everybody from walking past her. And she's like, "You."
Ah, yes, good to see you. And I put my arms up as well.
Stand back. She's going to fly.
right,
Watch.
yes.
She's like, "Where is my snail?"
Snail.
Snail.
I put my arms down and address my hippy dippy lady.
Everybody just looks.
Yeah, right. What have you done this time?
Was it the cotton candy snail?
Cotton candy snail?
Yes. We saw
No.
a cotton candy snail.
It was my snail.
Did
And
like
you-
cotton
I
candy?
haven't seen
Took it.
I haven't seen your snail. We saw a cotton candy snail.
Despite our best efforts, we have failed to take any snails.
That's
In fact,
true.
we've tried to steal
Yeah.
snails in the
It
past.
was unsuccessful.
You mean to tell me that I haven't spoken to you guys?
No, we would be on the snail.
We just
That's-
got here.
You just, how am I supposed to believe this? This sounds preposterous.
We
The-
don't have a snail.
The lack of snail. Yes.
You could have it hidden.
It's a
I was-
big
It was
snail.
big. We were
How big-
riding on it.
How big is your snail?
Oh, it could
I
be
mean,
a little snail.
He was riding on one.
I mean, it's a decent
And
sized
he's
snail.
huge.
Like,
He
how
rode on a snail.
How many centimeters?
Centimeters.
Yeah.
A lot of centimeters.
Well, that's not helpful. Thank you.
I pick up a rock. Like, how much bigger than this rock?
And she's like,
I pick up a stick. How much bigger than this stick?
same thing. She's like,
All right. I pick up 2 sticks and do the little hand thing at the top. How much bigger than this stick?
she's like,
How many
So-
of me would it be?
Yeah, right.
how tall are you? Your character?
5'3".
5'3". Probably be like maybe 1.5 of you. And she goes,
Oh.
whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, then, Madam Hare, if we had stolen your 2 times him, snail, I believe we wouldn't be hiding them behind the mushroom.
Behind the mushrooms, you say. And she kind of
Oh, for fuck's sake.
twitches an ear, and 2 of the rabbit folk from the back come around and like start
Oh, no,
climbing
run,
through the
snail,
mushrooms.
Run.
And she goes, "By the way, this is a stick up."
What's your name?
You're not doing it right.
No, he had to stick up.
Yeah.
He had 2 of them, as a matter of fact.
And you thought that we were stealing from you. You had this entire conversation
guys are
backwards.
very
It's a stick up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys. Fine. Then now it's a stick up as well.
Yep.
No, you put the stick down.
No, we're gonna rob them too.
Yep.
Oh, it's a robbery?
Yeah, we're having a mutual rob off.
Oh, okay.
So
We broke Mandy.
Yes, Mandy's she's over here going time out.
I can't think. Oh my gosh.
Not robbing us. Just said, oh.
So your snail is lost, you said?
I mean, people that look a lot like you took it.
Where did they go?
Who
I don't.
Who said we took it?
you say people like us?
Yeah, I mean,
What does that mean?
Yeah, right. I look around at everybody completely.
yeah, right.
People who look a lot like us.
Yes.
I mean, there was a big one. There was one that kind of looks like us. There was.
Oh, we are not affiliated. We are not affiliated with these people.
Was there an angry cow woman?
I don't know. Well, you know what? Yes, there was.
They're horrible individuals. They steal people's pride at
That is
least.
not
Listen,
us.
and
They're,
admiration.
they're champions.
They made off with the snail? And
They're champions, remember?
Yes.
This is some bullshit.
We're going against your snail.
Amaryllis like crumbles to the ground in despair.
Look what you've done, Harry.
He's just stroking her cheek with his little foot.
All right. So the leader says, "My name is Jebek.
Jabek.
Jebek.
Jebic.
And this is my crew. And we all work for Langdon Longstar, or Aegon Longstarf, Scarf. Words are hard today, apparently.
Some more whiskey.
And she said, but I do require something from each of you. And she pulls out this weirdly shaped gourd. Just like a weird, odd shape. And she takes, stop it. She takes a stopper out of the end of it and she holds it out in front of her. And she said, what I require from each of you is the memory of the feeling of the last time someone you truly loved gave you something that truly meant something important to you. This is very specific, and I want it, and I want it now. And she holds the cord out, and she's like,
Did you realize that you're like a little rabbit?
excuse you?
I mean, have you seen Divot?
She's quite large for a rabbit.
Well, yes, she's a very large rabbit, but rabbit's still in the word. I mean,
Large. What?
Okay, so your ears
I think
indicate.
he's calling you fat.
Oh no! Very much not real time.
That's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing. I have to be
What
honest.
do we get in change for your gourd transfer here?
We simply won't bother you.
But what do you do? Do we get to? Things have been stolen from all of us. I don't believe that we want to give away anything else, and perhaps we could just bring back your snail when we're done using it, and
And the horns of the cow woman.
the end of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Please, let's have a snail heist.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You started it.
We're screwing over that cow of a woman.
A
is
successful snail
happening.
heist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Trust me, we are not fans of the people that snore your,
No, no.
snore your snail.
Instead
Smell
of a
your smell. I'm
giveaway-
glad it's not just me tonight.
There you go.
So, why? What did the other people do to you?
They suck.
They do.
They suck. Why?
Yeah.
They stole your snail. They stole all grandeur.
Yeah.
The cow woman.
They took all the glory. for themselves.
Grandeur.
Yeah.
The cow woman specifically.
She stole the championship from him.
It was before us.
She was wearing a nice
Us?
sash. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
We don't,
Should have been Bevy.
we don't talk about the sash. We don't talk about it.
Oh, really?
No,
Is that
it's
too
too
far?
painful.
And it would have been something that we could bridged over conversation with. Yes.
He's had a hard couple years.
So Jebic kind of like lets the gourd fall.
What does the gourd do? Now I feel bad.
Well, I mean, it's my job, and I'm supposed to go around, and when I find people, I'm supposed to get this feeling from them, and then I
it
take it
steal?
back. And
Like, do we keep it?
I mean, it's a heist, so albeit an amicable one so far. I have to say, you are lovely
All right,
company.
sit down with me. This is how you heist. Okay, first there needs to be weapons. You have to be like.
She goes, "You mean like
"Rah."
these?"
Yes, but put that away. Put that away. I mean,
You just said I needed
know,
them.
but you'll need them for other people, like the cow lady. We'll figure this out later. I start to describing how you steal from people.
Okay,
like-
all right, no problem.
Heist 101.
Yes. Yes. And that is how you turn the page. You get the chicken.
And in this case,
Snail.
snail.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I see. And you guys will do that for.
Not losing our memories.
Money. We'll do that for money.
I bet you
Or
are
information.
not what I said. But
Food works for me.
No, money is
Information.
quite useful.
With money, we can buy food. Too.
Yes, and all kinds
okay.
of food.
That
Food,
works.
money, information, anything else? This heist is very expensive.
I'll
Yes,
do
but
it for
think
the
about what
snail.
you're learning.
Yeah, so much.
But what if you came with us and you could help us? We could help you.
No, because we want to stay.
Yeah, but I have to.
because that's a big cow lady.
Yeah, you got your day job. I get it.
Yeah, like I have to. Somebody has to patrol, and
She's huge, even for Bevy.
I mean, she was
Gargantuan.
large. Yeah.
I almost couldn't see the top of her horns.
To be honest, it wasn't even her that was like the worst of them.
Who was
To
it?
be honest,
Listen, what's your name? I can't remember now.
Jebic.
Listen, Jebic, though, would you put a price on getting your pet back?
I mean, our pet.
Yeah.
somebody else's pet before. Maybe I personally, it was more of a hindrance to me than it was anything else. And then like, there's two in the back who are like, what?
Montage.
Yeah.
That's all that's playing in our brain right now.
It's getting whipped and like it's abused.
She's like, yeah, going from like a wild beast to something I can ride.
The
Right.
snail's got a sweatband around its eyes.
Yep. It does. Yeah.
Yep. The snail training montage.
For sure. It slithers like in there.
Thank God the swamp is freshwater, not saltwater. That would be terrible for slugs, snails.
Oh,
Be so bad.
Like I look deeply at my
No
companion
salt.
and being like, I guess margaritas are off the menu from now on.
Well, if you do the strawberry ones, you can use sugar instead of
Yes,
salt.
We'll figure this out. Yes. I'm not killing our snail.
Your snail.
Yes, your.
Yes.
Yeah, but obviously we have to bring it back, so there will be a time period that it will be.
So
Oh,
like I can't team up with you. I can't go with you. I mean, every bad guy's got responsibilities, and
you got to feed your kids at home, which I'm sure are plentiful.
yeah, there's a few, mostly brothers and sisters, that I'm responsible for. But one thing that I want to make sure is that when you find it, make sure that it still there's like a saddlebag sort of situation. Just make sure that it still has that. If it doesn't have that, I don't really need it.
So what you
What's
do?
in the saddlebag?
I was just, some baubles, other different gourds,
You got a real thing for gourds here.
but
I was
they're-
like,
they're
Well, it's the Feywild, so yeah, it's important stuff.
I thought hares were like carrot fiends, not gourd fiends.
listen,
no, they-
stereotypes are harmful.
Jeez,
Yeah, you
Les.
give a pumpkin to a rabbit, and it's gonna be gone. It's gonna be a fat rabbit.
What is it with you folks and
in
fat
one
laryngots? As Olaf stretches.
Aw.
Hello.
Speaking of fat rabbits,
Aw.
I will.
Hi,
How did
buddy.
Budward get in?
It's not blocked.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So Jebek is like,
mentioned
just
gourd.
give me a minute, and goes and kind of like does like the group huddle with the rest of the troop that they're touring with, and there's a lot of like really fast tapping of feet, all that kind of like their typical rabbit stuff, twitching of ears.
Hold on, is it like a conversation they're having quietly?
Yeah.
Is somebody like scratching them? Oh,
It's Morse code.
More like a thumper.
Yeah,
type
right.
of thing.
Write this
Yeah.
down. Flat, squat. Flat, squat.
Flat
There's
squat.
a song in there.
Somewhere. It's got to be, right? Okay. So Jebek comes back and is like, look, if you can bring the snail and meet us at, hang on.
Well,
What is-
none of the snails that we saw had saddlebags.
Yeah, they did. We were racing them.
Yes, well, you see, this snail in particular, we had been working with and had been training.
How fast does the snail go?
Like fast.
Like really fast?
Like really fast.
Even
yeah.
when he's not racing?
Yeah, like you need goggles.
That's
It's coming
exciting.
from a rabbit, too, so
Yeah.
good understanding of speed.
Becky, that probably wasn't the one that you were on.
I won.
I know.
not really though.
But it still wasn't that fast. You couldn't beat the cow lady.
Yeah, there was less wahoo than I wanted.
She probably took it,
Yeah.
just like Mary wanted to.
But if
Did
you
want to.
guys
God, I hate that.
will agree to meet me with my snail at the Brigand's Tollway, and she points in a general direction.
I slightly and nonchalantly bring Divot's head towards that direction. Does it seem to be in the same direction that me and Divot want to go in?
Same general direction, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So this way.
In relation to the
Yeah.
Leaning Tower of Hither.
Can you stop grabbing my
Okay, so okay, so
don't think divots
the
are
Leaning
used.
Tower is down here, and the Brigand Tollway is up here.
So we're going this way.
So
All right,
you guys
so
are
it's on
down
the way.
here.
Yeah, so it seems to be in a direct path, huh?
Yeah.
If you want to go up that way.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oops. Hang on, I've dropped post-its. Be right back.
Post it down, post it down. You really want to screw with somebody, change their post-it locations?
Oh, it's terrible. Diabolical.
Oh man.
I have to
Diabolical.
do something on Tuesdays.
Okay. So she offers that deal. We'll reward you in kind.
It's been a fantastic heist. You should feel very good about yourself. But take these drawings to your leader and see what their thoughts are. Say that you came up with them. You'll get more pumpkins? Yes, you'll probably get more
Pumpkins.
pumpkins.
Or carrots, if that's what you
Yeah,
prefer.
yeah.
She just kind of
It's
takes
kind
the
of racist.
paper and puts it in her pocket, and they all turn around and walk away, and she's like shaking her head. She has no idea how her heist has turned into you guys retrieving a snail and bringing it to their little hideaway.
It was a learning moment for her.
Yeah, it was but anyway,
She just became an employer.
Yes,
That's how it
exactly.
works.
Yeah.
right.
Was the snail a particular color?
Oh, it's actually a pretty good question.
You trust me, you won't be able to miss him.
Does it respond by a name?
It
Does it respond at all?
there is a name.
I was trying to find the name of the snail that I wrote on, and I could not find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't remember what
I remember
it was.
there was a name, yeah.
I want to say the Halifax group called it like Phil or something. I believe they've named it Phil. Yeah. So I may have to retcon that, in another session. But it seems to me
if we take the snail, we're naming it.
Yeah. It will receive a new name.
just letting you
Yes.
know that Phil was
It will now be Phil the Destroyer.
Philodendron.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay.
Phil the Destroyer.
So the bunnies walk away, and as they
Slowly, angrily.
Sorry, I'm having too much fun with Phil the Destroyer. Continue. I'll shut up.
It's like
Okay.
a little mini
It's not even
Vikings
ours
hat.
yet.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
But it will be.
Oh, I want one.
it's happening.
We're definitely not the murder hobos of the two groups, that's for sure.
Oh my god! All right,
We're the hoarders.
I would like everyone to give me a perception check, please.
Whoa.
I know, I
You
know.
have to roll dice
So
in this game? What is
Yeah,
this?
I know.
Actually, you want percentage dice?
No,
Just
oh,
perception check.
perception check.
9.
17.
Why are you not letting me roll?
Off, how did you get over there?
He does this all the time.
Yeah,
he like
he
starts
just
over
walks
here
around.
and then he goes over there and then he comes back.
Because I always feel this little,
yeah,
and he's like, I'm
Hey.
coming across.
yeah.
3.
3. Okay.
4.
Oh man.
That's how you
You're
get to
so-
the middle of lollipop.
Yes, 1.
22.
And then
There
There it is.
Ooh.
Hey.
Amaryllis.
9.
9. Okay.
19 for less.
No, I got a 4.
A 4 and a
I
3.
am as unaware as you.
Yes.
Yes.
So for those of you, you got the 4 and the 3. As you guys are kind of walking, you're noticing the ground getting a little more muddy.
Oh, spread your
Just a-
toes.
just a
you're
thing that
wearing
you noticed.
shoes.
Maybe did you see that bird?
I don't have toes.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that. We don't know what's going on at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're more lost than you for once.
And I don't have toes.
Yeah. What do you call
Well,
them?
Hooves.
Do you have
Spread
feeling
your-
in your
Can you go
hooves?
like this?
No,
Can you do this?
no.
You can't?
They don't move.
Try this out later at camp.
Right.
Okay.
Amaryllis. Amaryllis, you can see something like an odd kind of balloon sort of shape in the sky. It looks like it's careening kind of out of control.
Oh.
So that's what you notice.
Okay.
For the 17, you notice two things. You spot the balloon the same time Amaryllis does, and it is, in fact, careening out of control. There's a basket on the bottom of it, and the basket is like swinging wildly back and forth. And you watch it descend, and it lands if you were to guess with your sense of direction, approximately a half a mile to a mile away from where you guys are currently standing.
16 miles behind us.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And for the 22, you see the balloon. You know it's crashing roughly a mile away from where you guys are standing. And you're also hearing the sound of rushing water. And the louder the water is getting, the deeper this mud is getting. And it's starting to have like water on the top of it as you guys are walking along.
Do you know how elves can walk on top of snow?
Yeah.
Can turtles walk on top of mud?
If you if you doggy paddle, I suppose.
I shall be your canoe.
Wait, did you see the balloon crash over
Am I
there?
big enough? What balloon?
Unless
There's
it's
a
much too
big
busy
balloon that crashed
splashing
over
in
that
water.
way.
Over that way. I
I
looked
hear-
over to Divot.
I hear water too.
Was he actually in the right direction?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
shit.
over
this-
that way.
Yeah,
both
just
of
that
them?
way.
It's that way.
Yeah.
It's got to be quite obvious. What will we do?
That's because I stood
Look,
stock still looking in the direction until I pointed it out.
Yeah.
Which way? Where my eyes are.
I can't
mean,
move
that's-
until somebody else knows it.
Yeah, right? Huh? Ah, shit. You know, like, that's great. Fantastic.
Very
All
fair.
right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But just because that could come into handy later. As long as I'm on my belly, I'm not impeded by movement by muck.
I mean, you're not going to move as quickly as if you were walking on.
Fair enough.
But
Dry
if the
ground and
water's
upright.
rising,
Right. It'll be a question of how long you can stay buoyant for before your shell fills.
Fair enough.
I'm not entirely sure. Well, no, turtles have pretty baller
They live in muck.
swing.
That's what
Well,
they-
yeah. No,
not him. He's only this big around and
Yeah.
like a freaking house.
yeah, that's true.
I did say there was room for another in there, so I could get in and like bail it out.
Well, there is.
That's true. Yeah, you could teamwork it. You could teamwork it.
You just don't look at my search history, but yes, you're more than welcome.
Is this muck pretty deep, or is it knee level?
It's
someone
pretty
walk through
deep.
it?
Like it's
Okay.
it's starting to become a bit of a tough
That's what I'm
slug
saying.
through.
Like, is
yeah.
it actually beneficial for me to like almost be like a mush dog in front of these guys to kind of
Be
pull
our-
them through?
Yeah.
Maybe our Swandala.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Because at some point, Trix is going to be like, just like, help, I can't move.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right. How big around are the trees in this area? Like, can you
There
not
aren't
hug
really
around them?
there aren't really trees.
Are there?
Think swampland, but not tree-filled
More
swampland.
marsh
Yeah.
than swamp.
Marshy, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Well, then I'll cut. I mean, I have a rope. I'll cut it in 10-foot segments and help pull them along
Okay.
as we're going through.
All right. No problem. So are you still hard fast on heading towards,
You seem to go in the same directions, right?
or do you want to go toward the balloon crash? Because the balloon crashed.
I'm trying to hop on Bevy's tail.
Take my usual spot.
Yes, you can just surf. It's fine.
I'll get on, but I'd like to take out a glass jar from my herbalism kit and fill it with some muck and water.
Fantastic.
There
Yep.
you go.
Go for it.
Delicious.
You know, we're hunting hags, and I think you're slowly but surely becoming one.
I am a hag. Yes,
Yes.
I'm a hag in the making.
Yeah.
You never know when you might need a jar of muck.
True.
How
I've got a jaw dud.
But you don't want it?
But Mary, I can tell you, it doesn't taste like chocolate.
All right.
It looks like it,
Okay.
but it doesn't taste
I
like
won't, I won't eat it.
Fellow, we do need a group name, honestly. It's not going to be the Muck Divers, honestly. Take this away.
It's got a ring to it.
Shut up, God, apparently. No.
Olaf's laugh cushion.
Yeah.
Aw.
And I'm very happy about it right now.
Do we want to explore the poor soul that is now stuck in this marsh, like we are almost, or do we continue on to the snail? I don't believe these rabbits are going to chase us. In fact, I think that we taught them something.
Yep. I think that we provided them an extremely low-cost college education.
Yes, of course. Yes. I mean, I think it's up to you.
Are you asking whether or not we go help the person in the balloon?
Yes, because you can see how much everyone's struggling. Unless they're another turtle and or
They might be doing better on the
crane.
ground because they really didn't do well in the air.
They're probably not birds. They wouldn't have crashed. They would have jumped and just been
Well,
like,
it was
well,
a
that
balloon,
sucks.
not a bird. So, but it was all
Aarakocra.
Like me trying to find my way.
I mean, like they could have. If they died, we could take their shit.
Okay.
I like that.
That's gross.
I have an idea. So I have wild shape. Could I turn into another turtle?
Hell yeah.
Could,
Wild shape is
Keep it in your
dependent
shell.
on the CR rating of the creature.
right, yeah.
Ah,
And I
okay.
think at this level, you're at like a quarter CR rating, and I don't know what
Yeah,
a
so
giant
it's-
turtle.
It's going to be something
About
small.
regular
Well,
size
technically,
Could I turn
I'm
into a
not-
fish?
You
or a
could-
frog?
You could turn
frog?
into a
Just-
I
moose.
could be a frog.
You turn into a moose.
You couldn't be
I don't know
giant.
if
No,
a mouse-
I think her restriction is giant. She
Yeah.
can't be. I'm technically
Okay.
a turtle folk, but I'm also technically a giant
Turtle, right.
But I could turn into a creature that could get across the water.
Oh,
or
easy.
the muck.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
herring would be perfect and beautiful. You could get up in the air, give us some
I don't
aerial
think
stuff.
I can do flying.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
flying
No
doesn't
fly
happen
speed.
yet, yeah.
No fly speed, no swim speed until
That's like
level
I'll-
6.
6, yeah.
Something, yeah.
I think I'll go frog.
Okay.
Because that might be, I can jump, I can swim, I can get on land. That seems, versatile.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Les is just holding onto a rope. He wants to look around for sign of a minotaur passing.
okay,
Hell yeah.
no problem. Okay, so first, Mandy, what I need you to do is look up the stats. It should be in D&D Beyond. Just see if you can find something about a frog or
Second
a toad.
level, max CR is 1/4, no flying or swimming speed.
Yeah, there you go. But we need the rest of the stats, like because you're going to take on the intelligence, you're going to take on all of that
Depends
stuff.
on, has he chosen her circle yet? Because some circles don't have to deal with that
The
intelligence
shepherd.
drop. Nope. You'll have
While
to deal with that.
transformed druids use the beast's hit points, hit dice.
Sitting at home, Roger wasn't reading anything. He just, his eyes roll in the back of his head and he just recites.
It's truly impressive.
I did look up the frog
One.
stat block. What do you, I think?
Okay, yeah, you know what? Keep it handy. Just keep the tab open. But now that there's no real.
On the break, there's an extra thing that's going to be super helpful for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Before I turn into a frog, I'd like to ask, can Moose ride on your shell?
Of course. In fact, I put him on my head. Like he gets to be
like a toupee.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
Thank you.
But this is supposed to be bald. He hides underneath my hat, or no, on the hat.
On the hat,
holding
yeah.
the feather. I can
love
see
that.
that. And David is you're writing me, right? Like yes. Yes, you now have a little sea captain in front of you. That seems to be that's
Amazing.
fantastic.
That is great.
As long as if this is not useful and not making I won't do it because it's just funny and cheese. But like, does this actually make it?
I don't know
look
if you've
easier to
noticed, but so far it's all been funny and cheese.
Oh, fair enough.
So this is perfect.
All right.
It's perfect.
We have
Never
a
second
lot
guess.
of
If we're not
funny cheese.
sorry, but if we're not dying of laughter, that we're not playing this particular campaign correctly.
Excellent.
This game should be all laughs and all that kind of stuff. Okay. For Les, give me a survival check, please.
Survival check.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm so good at survival. 10.
10? Okay.
Level 3 is still pretty good.
It does. So the water is coming in, and it's coming in quite at a pretty steady rate. So you do see hoof prints. You see a smaller set of hoof prints. You see some bunny tracks, and you see what appears to be
A snail line.
a women's size 7 shoe.
Oh,
Not the shoe itself, but the footprint of a lady foot. You can tell because of the size. That's all I'm trying to get at. So the problem, however, is it looks like they headed in the direction of the tower, but the footprints, because of the water rushing in and stuff, are starting to get kind of washed away. But you do definitely pick up on a general direction that they went in.
Okay. Les announces to the group, they went that way, whichever way that was.
Okay.
How far away
Towards
is
the
it
tower?
from the? Go first. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, I was clarifying that you saw the footprints went towards the tower, not towards the balloon crash.
Towards the
Is that
tower.
correct?
The crash and the blue and the tower are one and the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's okay. I don't
So-
think that I articulated that very well.
Are the footprints leading in a dramatically different area than the balloon?
Well, they're just heading in that general direction
Yeah, we
because
can
they're
go
getting
follow
washed
both.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we'll go that
Follow
way.
both, yeah.
I'll do a little like ballerina twirl, and now I'm a frog.
I did not. She should warn people. Hold on. Everyone stand back. Are
Have
you?
you never seen anybody do that before?
Have you?
Yeah. I'm from here. It happens all the time.
So, like, will I become a frog? I don't want to be a frog.
I don't think so, because you're already a turtle. I don't think a turtle can turn into a frog.
That makes absolute. She wasn't a frog either before this all happened.
But now she is.
Just the scary part to me.
Why?
Ribbit?
She's a cute.
I don't know what it's worse. It speaks as her.
Somebody say divot.
Yeah, right.
Yes, but she was amused.
Well done. Well done. Divot, can you give me a dex check, please?
Hey, Mandy, just real quick.
Yes.
Two of the wild shapes that you could do that are really popular and
14.
beneficial is a wolf
Okay.
and a giant wolf spider.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd love to be
Get
a
to
spider.
climb.
Yes, that's
It's
right.
like one hand out and
Yeah. Okay, no problem. So that dex check can be to keep you on the turtle's shell. No problem.
Moose is having the time of his life, by the way.
He's having the greatest time.
Bring me that horizon.
So,
he's like,
Trix and Les, are you two walking?
I'm holding a rope.
yeah.
You're holding a rope,
It's
okay?
like riding on his tail.
And you're
I'm like
okay.
floating on my back with like the rope over my head, like chilling.
All right, no problem. So you are like straight chilling, laying on your back, just going through the mud, and all of a sudden, you get caught on the lip of something, and it hurts. It's like thump.
Oh. Do I
And-
get the pole? Does he get stuck?
Yep. You get pulled back,
Pull me, Bevy.
stumble a little.
We seem to have a snag. Do you want me to go forward?
Sure. I guess I'll look around and see what I'm stuck on.
I literally have the thing of beast of burden. I am technically a pack animal. So seriously, I'm not joking. That's part of my character build. So like it'd be like an oxen pulling these people. So can I pull him?
I mean,
Past the
Yeah,
stop?
and you count as one size
Larger. Yeah.
for your carrying capacity.
right, but I think that Les wanted to investigate. Do you want
I just want to see what
check
I'm
it out?
stuck on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then I stop.
Okay. All right. Give me investigation.
21.
21. Fantastic.
Hell yeah, man.
Alligator.
You. So you were in the way that you kind of explained it. You were like just on your back, holding the rope, being drugged. So, you flip over onto your belly and you're like feeling along. And for lack of a better explanation, what you're feeling is like the lip of a 2x4.
Okay.
That kind of
Like
wood
man-made?
situation. Yeah, very, very much so. And
Too straight.
yeah, it's a straight line. Did you say is it a trap?
Yeah.
No, it's not a trap.
It's a trap.
But as you continue to investigate and you're like wiping mud away and then like water rushes in and you keep trying to wipe everything away, it's actually an 8-foot square raft
Oh.
that you uncover in the muck.
Oh, I can just pull this.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
It's like, Bevy, come lift us out of the water.
I'll hold my pipe. All right. Can I try?
Yeah, give me a roll. Strength.
Can I help?
Of course, yeah. So do it with advantage.
Bad. 3 + 5.
+5 to strength.
+3 as my actual modifier, plus what's it called? Proficiency. I'm not even using my animal stuff.
Okay.
Oh, +5, 17.
You have advantage.
17.
Funny. Okay.
No, the last one was much lower.
Oh, okay. So it just takes a couple of minutes, and you guys manage to get the raft out of this muck. There's no markings on it that indicate who it could have belonged to. There's nothing like that around. But
Yeah.
Flat boated, like
yeah, it's
made
just like
for
a raft.
marsh?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Not out of place.
Right.
Does that have paddles tied to it?
It doesn't have paddles tied to it. No.
It'll be much easier.
I was at that point, yeah.
In fact, this will be much easier. I do keep the rat though. Moose is coming with me to enjoy this.
Amaryllis is still a frog.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can be our scout. At this point.
Yes.
I'll shift to the raft.
happening.
Yep.
All right.
I'm just gonna
Me
hop
too.
onto the wrap.
Perfect.
That's great. Actually, super cool visual.
So you guys continue your march towards the slanty tower that you saw in the distance. And as you approach, you're getting a really good look at exactly what has happened here. His lights being knocked over. It's okay.
Buddy's redecorating.
Yeah, it's all right. He has very specific tastes. Light on the ground is most of it. Okay. So as the fog and the mist kind of breaks away, you see a large crumbling stone tower that's coming up out of the swamp. And it's leaning at such an angle that it threatens to keel over. Think Leaning Tower is what Leaning Tower of Pisa is kind of what we're after. Black brambles surround the base of the tower and cling to the lower half. Hanging from the crenellations on the lower side of the tower peak is a large woven basket and the end of a tangle of ropes and tattered fabric. The basket dangles about 30 feet above the surface of the swamp. And I'm going to just give you this information because I think it helps to clarify the picture and it'll help you guys kind of devise a plan, okay? So the tower is about 50 feet tall. It's 20 feet in diameter.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay. There is a door at the bottom on the opposite side. So it's leaning. The balloon is on this end of it, and the door is on the top half, the top side of it.
Balloons hanging